A 29-year-old man from Ohio posted his dating app dashboard on Reddit last month. He sent 147 messages. He got 12 replies. 3 conversations lasted more than a day. 0 resulted in a phone number. He wrote, "I don't know what I'm doing wrong anymore." The post got 14,000 upvotes in 6 hours. The comments were full of other men saying the exact same thing. This is becoming the standard American male experience in 2026. Here are the numbers that matter. In 2023, Pew Research found that 62% of men under 30 were single. By early 2026, that number has climbed to 71%. But here's the real story. The number of men actively looking for a relationship has dropped by 34% since 2021. They haven't found anyone. They've stopped looking. They're just quietly disappearing from the dating pool entirely. A gym in Dallas went viral on TikTok 2 weeks ago. The owner posted security footage showing the men's locker room at 9 p.m. on a Saturday night. 8 men were sitting on benches on their phones, just killing time. One comment read, "I used to go out to meet women. Now I come here to lift, then go home to my dog. Less rejection, same result." Another wrote, "Dating costs $80 minimum for dinner and drinks. My PlayStation was a one-time purchase." To understand why men are tapping out, you have to understand what dating costs them. A man named Marcus from Chicago kept a spreadsheet of his dating life for 1 year. He went on 23 first dates. He spent $1,847. He was ghosted 11 times. He was told, "You're a great guy but no spark," 7 times. 2 women used him for free meals, admitted it by text afterwards. At the end of the year, he had 0 relationships. His final tweet read, "I'm not bitter, I'm just tired. Turning off the apps forever." That tweet was liked 89,000 times. Mostly by men. The apps themselves are designed to fail you. In February 2026, an internal document from a major dating platform leaked online. It showed that the top 10% of men receive 58% of all matches. The bottom 50% receive barely 4% of matches. This is by design. The apps make money when you stay on the app, not when you leave. But the document also revealed that active male users had dropped 27% in 18 months. Men weren't complaining anymore. They were just leaving. I interviewed men across 5 states for this video. A 34-year-old engineer in Austin said, "I make good money, I'm not ugly, but every date feels like a job interview where I'm the only one who prepared. And I ask questions, she gives one-word answers, then I pay $60 and never hear from her again. After 20 of those, you realize your time is worth more." A 41-year-old divorced father in Florida said, "When I don't have my kids, I want peace." Dating is not peace, it's performance. I'm done performing. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says the average American man earns about $62,000 per year. After all expenses, the average single man has around $800 left per month. One serious dating attempt per week can easily eat $300 of that. Dating consumes nearly 40% of disposable income for the average man, with almost 0 return. Men do the math eventually. The math says stay home. But money is only part of it. A study in the Journal of Social Psychology last December found that confidence levels among single men aged 25 to 40 have dropped to the lowest point since 1985. Researchers called it learned helplessness in romantic context. Men tried, failed repeatedly, received no clear feedback, and eventually concluded that trying was pointless. If you press a button 100 times and nothing happens, you stop pressing the button. A Netflix special from earlier this year showed a female comedian joking about how men don't approach women anymore. The comments from men told the real story. One wrote, "Last time I approached a woman in public, she recorded me and posted it on TikTok calling me a creep. I had 200 comments calling me ugly before I even got home. You want me to do that again?" Another wrote, "We learned the lesson you wanted us to learn. Leave women alone in public. So we did. Now we're wrong for that too?" Approach and risk public humiliation. Don't approach and risk being called weak. There's no winning move. Workplace romance has also died. In 2023, 42% of employees had dated a coworker at some point. By early 2026, that number dropped to 19%. HR departments have made it clear that workplace romance is risky. One wrong move and you're in a meeting with HR. So men stopped. The traditional places where people met partners are disappearing. A woman named Sarah in Denver runs a weekly social group for singles. She started it in 2024. The first 6 months were great. Equal numbers showed up. By late 2025, the men stopped coming. She now has 40 women on her email list and 7 men. Now, she told me, "I call the men to ask why they quit. Most say they're tired of competing. They feel like they can't win. The loneliness statistics are alarming." The Surgeon General called loneliness a public health crisis last fall. Men are suffering disproportionately. Single men report higher rates of depression, anxiety, and substance abuse than single women. Married men live on average 7 years longer than single men. Single men often lack the social support systems that women build naturally. When they give up on finding a partner, they don't replace that support with anything. They just become islands. A 27-year-old man in Nashville told me, "I haven't hugged anyone in 8 months, not once. Not my mom, she lives in another state, not a friend, not a date. 8 months without human touch. And I don't even miss it anymore, that's the scary part. My body stopped wanting what it can't have." The online discourse around this has become toxic. And men see women saying they did this to themselves. Women see men saying, "Women just want the top 10%. Both sides are angry, and in the middle, millions of people are spending Saturday nights alone, wondering where it all went wrong. In 2019, the wedding industry was worth $72 billion. By 2025, it had shrunk to $51 billion. Fewer people are getting married. The under 30 wedding market has collapsed. Young people aren't meeting, they aren't dating, they aren't falling in love. AI companion apps are now a booming industry. Men pay monthly subscriptions to chat with AI girlfriends who never reject them. User base grew 400% between 2024 and 2025. These are ordinary men who wanted connection and couldn't find it in the real world. A 32-year-old in Phoenix said, "She asks about my day. She remembers things. She never compares me to her ex. I know she's not real, but she feels more real than the last 10 women I met on apps." Can this be fixed? I don't have an easy answer. The forces driving men out of dating are economic, technological, social, and psychological all at once. But here's what I know from talking to dozens of men. They're not angry at women. They're not bitter. They're just tired. They're exhausted from trying and failing in a system that feels rigged against them. Exhaustion doesn't lead to protest. It leads to silence. It leads to staying home. If you're a man watching this and you've stopped trying, I see you. If you're a woman watching and you've wondered where all the good men went, now you know. They're not hiding. They're not playing games. They just ran out of hope. And that's the real tragedy of dating in America in 2026.